Oh, I see the red light.
Hello, the Roaming Pint here with the ultimate beer geeks, Chris and Merideth. We're going to do our featured Beer Traveler of the Week interview. So, cheers. Tell us what you're drinking to start off with.
Celebration.
Anchor Christmas.
So the celebration
Happy holidays.
is a Sierra Nevada. And what did you say you're drinking?
Anchor Christmas.
Anchor Steam. All right. So tell us a quick little snip about you guys.
I think what makes us different is we are beer travelers. So we're not just about beer, we're about the experience of travel as well.
So you guys, I don't know if you guys have seen on the Roaming Pint, I've wrote about them in the past. Tell us a little bit about your beer travels. How many breweries have you been to?
662?
3.
You're 3 and I'm 2.
No, you're 3 and I'm 4.
Oh, 663.
664.
So that's 664 breweries, in case you didn't get that from the first, right? All right, so tell us your 3 favorite things. Chris, why don't you start? Just in life, 3 favorite things.
My dogs, my wife, and traveling.
Shit. Oh, sorry.
That you can cuss, it's all right.
That's what I was going to say.
Your wife?
My husband, beer, and my dogs, or beer travel and my dogs.
So you guys are on the same page.
We've been together way too long. I think that's the problem.
How long have you been together?
26 years. Married for 22. I met her when she was 13. We didn't start dating when she was 13.
No, we were friends.
Yeah.
We were friends first.
Okay, so if beer drinking was your job, I mean, that you got paid for, what would your title be?
Beer drinker.
Beer goddess is already taken.
Oh.
I don't like any of the beer bitch, beer whore, beer. I don't like those titles. So
You guys are the beer geeks.
I think I'm fine with beer geek.
All right.
Girl beer geek.
Girl beer geek.
Girl beer geek.
And the beer geek. So tell us a little bit about your guys' site.
It is beer travel, which sometimes people ask us what that means, and basically we travel for beer. So, and the site, our aim is to encourage people to find their own beer adventure. So we don't tell people where to go, we don't rate things, we just want to encourage people to do something different.
Experience things for themselves.
Yeah.
And how long have you guys been seeking out craft beer when you travel?
20 years.
20
years now.
Yeah.
How do you find the craft beer locations that you go to when you seek out craft beer destinations?
Mostly on the internet. I mean, yeah, the internet is the biggest, resource these days.
But that's not how we always were able to do
Yeah,
it. So
yeah,
it's
back
a lot
in-
easier now.
Yeah. Now,
What sites do you use now when you do it?
beer mapping is probably the main one, but then it's just general searches on Google. I mean, because I think beer mapping misses a couple things every now and then.
So with traveling to over 600 breweries, we can't possibly list them all. Why don't you give us like kind of an overview of where you've been? You've done international travel, so maybe the countries you've been to, anything that sticks out.
Well, if you go to thebeergeek.com, you can actually see a list of every brewery we've been to.
And we'll provide links for that. We have to in the past.
Well, United States, Canada, Australia, Germany, Czech Republic,
France,
Italy, France, England, Scotland, Wales, Denmark, Netherlands, Belgium.
Spain. Yeah,
Spain, not Switzerland. We've been to Switzerland, but haven't been to a brewery in Switzerland. Austria.
That's almost 13 different countries?
Yeah, I think we're at like 14 or 15 countries. I have to look, but yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what stands out? I mean, do you guys get the question a lot? We get all the time. What's your favorite brewery? I mean, that's a hard question.
And I have a pat answer, and Meredith never has a pat answer, but I will always say Klosterondex, south of Munich, is the is always be my ultimate beer destination, because what you do is you take the S-Bahn from Munich, and then it's a 3-kilometer hike up to the monastery to drink the beer, and it's just a great experience. And we've done it in the summer. We've done it when it's snowing. It is just an absolute amazing experience, and so that's always. I mean, I'll just always say that, Pat.
Yeah.
Well, but Germany is definitely my favorite place to go, and Bavaria in particular, because the culture, the beer culture, and just the people and the scenery, everything.
German people are actually very nice.
Yeah.
They're very nice people. I mean, they get a bad rap for being kind of cold, but they're very, very nice people.
So my favorite place to be is in Bavaria. Absolutely.
Okay. So, what about, in your opinion, do you have a favorite beer state? Even though you like internationally, you like Germany, do you have a favorite beer state?
California.
California. I hate to say it, but I mean, we have a wealth of riches here.
I don't hate to say it because I'm a native Californian. I think we have fantastic
loud and
beer
proud.
here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
So, after visiting over 600, are there breweries on your list that you really look forward to still visiting that you haven't yet?
Nuclearis is probably one of the top on our list. I think that would probably be. I mean, if I could think of one, it'd be Nuclearis. In terms of the United States, Europe, I'm not really sure what we haven't visited in Europe that we really want to see.
Not to be really pretentious or anything, but whichever magazine came out, I don't know, in the last couple of years that had the top 25 beer destinations in the world. And I think at that time, that was a couple of years ago, and we had been to half of them at least.
Nice.
So yeah. So
you've made some ground. We've
covered some ground.
All right. Well, then let's switch from breweries to beer. What do you guys look for when you decide what pint to pour next?
It actually really depends on my mood. So a good Irish stout in Ireland in the middle of winter when it's freezing cold is fantastic. But also I love in the middle of summer a German beer garden to drink a really good Helles. So it just depends on my mood and the time of year. And
I'm an IPA guy.
Hophead.
Yeah, when I go to a place, when I'm in the States, when I go to a place, I just want anything that's hoppy. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. So, what's the most unique beer you've enjoyed?
Wow, it was just yesterday. It was at Napa Smith, they had an Imperial IPA that was wet hopped and aged in Cabernet or Chardonnay barrels and then blended. So
That's a big beer, right?
Yeah, it was a big beer, but it had a lot going on in it. So I was kind of surprised.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I did. And I mean, I know Napa Smith beers, and it was just something I wasn't expecting. It was really, really interesting.
Yeah. What would you say?
Well, it's really changed because a few years ago I would have thought Belgians were really unique, or some of the Flemish sours. But now I really like those, and I think that has a lot to do with having gone to those places. So that's part of experiencing a beer within its own context, is it puts everything into perspective and you like it a lot more. So
I really liked your guys' videos in Germany with the flavored beer.
Oh,
what was that called?
Berliner Weiss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those situations where you were trying it for the first time, and you were trying it because it was part of the culture, and you weren't sure, and you could tell once you had it, you still weren't sure.
I think Chris was drinking it out of a straw. That was kind of.
No, but
it was served with a straw.
But the funny thing, when the waitress told us that only tourists drink this, and it's like, this is your native beer style. Please, only tourists. Yeah.
Yeah.
Only tourists drink this.
And I think she was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was right.
So our last question, and I know you guys being from California and traveling to so many breweries, you know a ton of brewmasters and people in the beer industry, but if you could have beers with anyone in the beer industry, who would it be and where would you go? Anywhere in the world.
I wouldn't have minded meeting Michael Jackson. I think that would have been pretty cool.
And you're not talking about the pop star.
No.
Not the gloved one. Yeah.
I want to get Sean O'Sullivan over to Ireland. That's what I want to do. I want to get Sean O'Sullivan over to Ireland.
Yeah?
Because I think that's an Irish name.
Yeah.
That's just my guess.
Yeah.
Sean O'Sullivan might be an
Sounds-
Irish.
Sounds
Might be an
pretty
Irish.
legit.
Yeah, it might be an Irish name. So I would love to get him over to Ireland.
And then where would you go with Michael Jackson?
Oh, Belgium.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
All right, well, the last question we usually ask is where can we find more about you guys online, and we'll definitely provide the links, but you guys go ahead and give yourself a plug.
TheBeerGeek.com, baby.
TheBeerGeek.com.
Yeah, make sure you put the in there.
Yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for taking time to hang out with us at the Roaming Pint. We've definitely looked
Cheers.
forward to meeting you guys the whole time we've been on the road, so glad
And
it's finally come.
I want to say thank you because I think you guys are the only ones who have ever called us the OGs of beer travel.
There you
We
go.
loved that. Yeah.
That's them right there. And we're here in the flesh, so thanks for following, guys.